lot of times we use this content to fall asleep, but it can also be used as a fantastic way to kind of ramp up and get into your morning. And with that, something I do every morning is enjoy a fresh brewed cup of hot, delicious coffee. So, I have recently procured a new box of coffee from my favorite coffee company here in Arkansas called Onyx Coffee Labs. Here it is right here. Gone ahead and cut the top off the inside of the box so the beans are exposed. We'll take a look at them. We'll get a nice smell and get an understanding of kind of, the nuances of these beans and how they taste, and all that good stuff. So this is our Colombia Juan Jimenez bean here. This is all small batch coffee bean. Onyx has a beautiful array of different artisan craft coffee beans, all with very distinct and unique flavors, tones, and notes. So if you're into the coffee scene, I can't recommend these guys enough. No, this video is not sponsored by them. So let's go ahead and read the top description here. Grown in the mountainous farms of Huala, Colombia, this rare pink bourbon variety is meticulously cultivated by the talented Juan Jimenez. Famously known for its blossoming floral notes and complex sweet acidities, this washed offering exceeds its reputation. We publish transparent pricing, grade score logistics, farm cultural history, and brewing recipes on our website. So if you're interested in learning more about this particular bean, this is the Colombia Juan Jimenez. So the forward flavors on this particular bean to get your day started this morning are going to be mandarin orange, black tea, brown sugar, and honeysuckle. As you can see, it comes in this beautifully crafted box. Yeah. So I've already gone ahead and boiled our water, okay? While it's still at the temperature it needs to be, I'm going to go ahead and start the process, okay? With that, I've also got my handy-dandy notebook here that we will be using to kind of start a log and start to review and grade these coffees ourselves here. I've already gone ahead and pre-grounded this coffee in our hand grinder. As you know, grinding things can be quite obtrusive, and I wanted to keep this really relaxed as we possibly could, okay? So, we'll go ahead and unscrew the bottom where the coffee grounds are trapped. I don't know if you can hear it, but it is a hammering windy day outside, so this is just the perfect morning to relax here. Kind of slowly get into it over a hot, delicious cup of coffee. So, here are our coffee grounds. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see those or not with the lighting, but they're in there. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pour our coffee grounds into our Chemex filter. Wonderful. So these are not super finely ground, but they're also not, whole, of course. And already the smell, the aroma of that bean being cracked open, ground down, sort of floods the senses. I definitely get a hint of that. Almost like a blood orange peel, mandarin orange peel. And definitely I'm getting hints of that honeysuckle that they mentioned. Black tea, brown sugar, okay. Yeah, definitely got some sweet notes to it, okay. So while our water's still hot, I've gone ahead, boiled it. I'm gonna put my leather glove on. This is not what this is used for, but I removed the wooden sheath because I'm usually doing this sitting down anyways, but since we're here and I'm doing this on exhibit for you, I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to the Chemex while we pour it, so don't want to burn my hands. So here we've got our boiling coffee, and this is a pre-soaked filter, so you're not gonna get any of that papery flavor with this particular cup of coffee. So we're just simply pouring the water over the bean, circular fashion, and allowing these beans here to really saturate and become fused together. And that boiling water really opens up the bean and fills the air of the aroma. Yeah, so we're gonna let that do its magic, okay? Typically I like to let it sit in that boiling water until all the coffee has extracted. And then I'll continue to let it sit for just a minute so that those beans can really get saturated with the water. And then the next pour over is going to be even more rich and delicious. So let's just let this aroma fill the air and enjoy while I open our particular box of Colombia Juan Jimenez coffee. And we're going to go over the written detail within the box that's always very well done. Okay. Now, like I said, I've already opened up the coffee on the inside. So this is what the bag looks like. It has their signature logo on it. The skull. Onyx, O-N-Y-X. And as always, their written statement on the back. Join our pilgrimage seeking quality, truth, and accountability in coffee. We journey to find the finest and most unique coffees in the world. Transparency and excellence are the expression of our core. We publish all trades and meticulously roast in small batches daily to achieve the highest mark in coffee. All our coffee is roasted using solar energy. This bag is made with 100% renewable plant-based resources. And when I open a bag of coffee fresh, yeah. As I spill them to the floor. I always like to get a hold of the beans and kind of examine them. And get a nice whiff. It really does a number to help put the visualization of the process into my head. The process of waking up in the morning as a farmer even. Going out to the fields and climbing mountains to harvest these beautiful coffee beans, picking them off the plants or doing what you have to do to feed your family, and ultimately at the end of the day these beans end up in the hands of the coffee connoisseur. Very light bean. So here this morning, we'll have the entire house smelling like fresh roasted coffee. Now, our first pour-over process seems to be coming to a halt. Coffee is slowed to a mere drip, and it looks as if the coffee grounds are evenly coated with water, saturated. And we've allowed it to sit for about a minute. So as you can see, we have a wonderful amber red, brown with hues of orange and gold. And I don't know if you can see that, but that's sort of what our pour-over process has yielded as a cone, reverse cone shape down into the bottom of the filter. So what we'll do is pour from the edges around in a circle, just to knock down those edges. Our water's currently at 200 degrees, a little cool, but not too bad. We can work with it. So, we'll go ahead and let that last pour over get filtered through into the Chemex. And then we'll be ready to drink or prepare our cup of coffee. I have mine black, so if that's okay with you, that's how I'll prepare yours as well. You can really taste the nature of the bean that way. And if you don't like it black, then we can always get cream and sugar. No big deal. Really no problem at all. So, what we will do now is I'm going to go into the kitchen. Feel free to relax. Hang out. Make yourself at home. Play around on your phone, whatever you want to do. I'm going to get us a couple cups of mugs so that we have something to pour the coffee into, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've returned with our mugs. We have our special Apache the German Shepherd cups. Got a pair of them. So, if this is something that you've been enjoying so far, more of a twist on the approach to ASMR, rather than using it as a tool to go to sleep, kind of using it as a, I don't know, almost like a morning cartoon. And wake up and have something to kind of watch and listen to as you prepare to get your day started. I find ASMR to be very useful in that regard as well, and very relaxing. A less obtrusive way to start your day, we'll put it that way. But, yeah. For those of you that don't know, I might have mentioned this already. Onyx is located in Northwest Arkansas. I don't remember if they're in Rogers or Springdale, but they do have a website. I'd encourage you to go check them out. It's a very beautiful website. Very well designed. You can find this coffee there. If you're interested in procuring a grinder for your coffee, much like this one, this was ordered from Amazon. It's a brand called Akaroki, Akirakoki. And I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but we're just going to go with that. But it's a wonderful, very quality made grinder. And as the wind continues to pound outside and our coffee pour-over process continues to brew, we'll just relax here for a while. Now, one thing I do want to start doing is sort of logging my review on these coffees. Nothing super detailed because we're just kind of getting started. I want to get a feel for what this is going to be, or kind of the response that this video might yield from you guys. But maybe just for starters, we'll do something as simple as a 1 to 10 ranking system, 1 being terrible, 10 being delicious. And I can write down the name of the coffee and put the score next to it. And when I'm not doing new coffees here, I'll know what I want to buy for my personal collection. That way, trying new things is always good. So I'm looking forward to that. But it looks like our coffee is coming to a finish here. So, as you can see, fill it up to about 2 to 3 cups here, which is perfect for 2 little mugs of coffee. And we have our leftover slush here. More mud than slush at this point, but so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and take this filter out and place it over to the side, and then we'll be ready to pour our coffee. Okay. And there's our finished product. Beautiful. And it smells wonderful. It really does. So we're going to pour one for you. There you go. Perfect. And we're going to pour one for me. Beautiful. Okay. I can really smell that warm honeysuckle. And brown sugar at this point. So to me, the pre-grounds and the grounds themselves carried more of the acidic scent, whereas the coffee post brew seems to unlock more of the rich, more woody or sweet, sugary tones. Let's go ahead and try it. I'm gonna burn our mouths here. Yeah. Wow. The roll off on this coffee is very, very, very smooth. The tones from start to finish. It's a very smooth coffee. Very smooth. It doesn't have that bite at the front. Definitely taste hints of that black tea when it first touches your palate. And as the coffee begins to reach the back of your throat, and leftover flavor here is a little bit of that orange on the back of my tongue now. There's a really natural sweetness to it, but it's not on the front end by any means. It tastes almost as if well, yeah. This might be one of the best cups of coffee I've ever had. I'm not just saying that. In and of itself, black, it's very, very full of flavor and life. It's a perfect springtime coffee. Uncoincidentally, I did not even mean to pick an option or a coffee that I would feel would be one with the season that we're currently in, but this coffee, this flavor is giving me life, like spring. It's crazy. It's delicious. I really recommend you try it out. So the flavors are more of the leafy, fruity acidity, but not in a bad way. And the smell is more your sweet, brown, sugary, what they say, honeycomb, honeydew. Pristine cup of coffee. So, while this has been relaxing and wonderful, I'm going to let you finish up your cup of coffee. Take your time, by all means. I'm just going to log my thoughts here. So we're going to start on page 1. This is our Onyx. Colombia Juan Jimenez, I believe was, yep, Juan Jimenez. How do you spell Jimenez? Jimenez. So we got our Colombia Juan Jimenez Onyx Coffee here. Score. You know, I hate for the first entry to be like incredibly high because it doesn't leave room for growth. But in this instance, for lack of better words, you guys have been here long enough to know that I'm a coffee drinker. And regardless of which way you cut it, front, back, left, right, the fact that this is our first ever score review, I'm not going to let that dictate that I would rank this lower than cups of coffee that I've had in the past. So I really am not just saying that when I say that coffee is delicious. I don't know if it's the batch that I got or what, but I gotta give it like a 9.1. And I would give it a 10, but we gotta keep the scale somewhat real, because nothing's gonna be perfect. And I wanna have room for ups and downs. So maybe the 10th decimal is gonna help us with this 1 to 10 thing. With that said, 9.1. Note: beautiful spring time coffee. Very smooth and clean on the palate. drink black. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I hope you found that relaxing. I could do these sorts of videos all day, and Lord knows they don't perform well with the algorithm because it's not a medical video, but we're moving past that. So, if you enjoyed this, shoot me a thumbs up, give me a comment, and I have another small batch coffee in there that I haven't even opened yet. We're going to save that one for potentially next week. Maybe we'll make this a series. Anyway, thanks for your support, and I hope you have an amazing, beautiful day. And may this be just what you needed to get started and go into your day with your chin held high and the confidence you need to knock it out of the park. Love you all, and see you next time. Bye.